The claims aren't just shocking, they're based on a major event, the coming out of an experimental exchange-traded fund, ETF. Consider this: BlackRock, a massive financial firm that produced a Bitcoin ETF that did very well, is now applying its remarkable track record to XRP. BlackRock's entry into XRP is significant due to the approval of nearly all of its ETF plans. However, they aren't the only ones causing a stir. Another player has entered the fray, Grayscale. They've proposed an XRP ETF and have now added XRP to their roster of cryptocurrencies, demonstrates the growing significance of XRP and Ripple Labs in the realm of international transactions. Hey there, Moneyside family. It's great to have you back at the hub of all things IX. Before we go into today's piece, let's catch up. I'd really appreciate it if you could join our amazing community by tapping the like, subscribe, and bell buttons. Oh, and by the way, get ready for a massive expert gift as we approach 60,000 subscribers. To enter the contest, all you have to do is follow these 3 simple steps. So be sure you're prepared and tuned in. Make sure to provide a Moneyside code in the comments section. Now is the perfect time to see what's new in the thrilling world of XRP today. Taking a closer look at the figures, it becomes evident that BlackRock has an excellent record of approving ETFs. Their foray into cryptocurrency and Web3 signifies a significant shift in the how conventional finance perceives digital currencies. When it comes to asset management, no one does it better than BlackRock. With an almost flawless record of looking at the broader picture, it's crucial to note that BlackRock has an incredible 99.8% approval rate for ETFs, making them an unstoppable force in the ETF sector. Not only have major financial institutions like BlackRock and JP Morgan have been considering, a recent well-researched article even hinted that BlackRock might be shifting its entire focus from Bitcoin to XRP, which would be a significant shift in their spending habits. These large companies have reportedly been actively purchasing XRP, with some reports claiming that they have invested more than 7.5% of their wealth in the cryptocurrency, their funds. This move indicates a growing interest in XRP, which in turn increases the likelihood of a BlackRock backed XRP ETF. However, things are about to get even more intriguing because a new character has entered the XRP story. According to sources, the existence of an XRP app, whose creators remain a mystery, is a significant step toward an ETF. Although XRP is currently in its pre-Samila stage and lacks value, it is expected to be showcased soon. Recently, there has been increased speculation about the possibility of launching an ETF alongside the app. This move would not only make sense, but it would also demonstrate how rapidly work is progressing on the ETF. It could be released just a few weeks after a Bitcoin ETF. To put this in context, consider that Bitcoin's value jumped from $0 to $40,000 before its exchange-traded fund ETF debut. XRP has enormous potential to do the same, with its value potentially soaring to $2,500 or more once its ETF debuts. Pay attention, because despite appearances, everything is going to be all right, since the XPrep is live and the XREFA will be. We even discussed a recently published article yesterday on the news, so things are moving fast toward the launch of an XBTF. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is expected to give its approval soon, and many people are unaware that Videality, a financial industry giant, has publicly released the exchange-traded product for experts. Source: a leaked report from BlackRock suggesting the imminent arrival of an expert bet. The report revealed that an ET filing for XG Group was on the horizon. To add spice to the mix, a prominent BlackRock analyst made a public statement announcing the launch of a BlackRock ETF exclusively for XG Group. They even touched on Ishar's XRP, having faith in an ATF report. It's on the Delaware list of corporations online. I wasn't sure at first, but after checking it out, I can confirm it. This new development changes everything and shows how close we are to seeing a huge change in XRP's market position. It could even surpass the changes seen with Bitcoin's ETF. The crypto world has undergone a drastic shift. Newly conducted research has clarified the fact that major corporations like JP Morgan and BlackRock are investing in cryptocurrencies is evident from their acquisitions of over 7.5 million experts. Not only does BlackRock hold onto a lot of the experts, but they also use the expert system in their firm. Most significantly, they are leading the way. It's hard to overstate the impact of an XBET PF on its value, which is why a goal price of $9,831.00 for XBET, although exorbitant at first glance, begins to make sense as we move forward with the public launch of an XBET PF. BlackRock has an almost perfect record of approving XPFs. XRP is positioning itself to become a major player in global debt trades, and when you consider all the important events that are about to take place, it's easy to see how $180.00 to $1.30 quadrillion dollars could pass through the X ledger, mainly driven by the ISDA and the BRICS. As more and more countries like Saudi Arabia integrate the XRP ledger into their systems, and as the Republic of Palau uses it to create its central bank digital currency, the value of each XRP coin is expected to skyrocket. This topic has garnered a lot of attention. Recently, I've heard that some people think my enthusiasm for XCrop is all in my head. I suppose they could be right, but I must admit that I'd love to take a deep breath, roll it into a big ball, and light it. It's powerful stuff, and I truly believe in it. I hope it gives you strength, especially when times are tough and you're barely holding on. No problem if we're not here to throw pieces into space, so anything less feels like that. We're here to keep things calm, and since we're talking about good things, I love how interesting the talks are and how challenging the views are that everyone has. But you don't believe in hope and think it's all just wishful thinking. I don't see a problem with folks helping each other out, and requires a great deal of mental effort. Something worth considering was the fact that organizations aren't the only ones who can purchase XProp. Leasing it is another viable option. This got me thinking about what would happen if ordinary people were the only ones to purchase XProp. I dug deeper into the topic and even asked ChatGPT how many transactions occurred daily on the Quick system. That figure of almost $7 trillion, 0 cents, is just mind-boggling. Keep in mind that this figure alone accounts for international trade. It disregards the derivatives market, which is valued at quadrillions, and smart contracts. Consider the potential applications of XProp in non-fable tokens, NFTs, tokenized assets such as real